two black communities, one born in the motherland, the other born in the land of the freedom, yet shackled by history. Today, we'll dive into a controversial truth. Why Nigerians, a recent African immigrant group, are statistically doing better, shocking, than black Americans in the United States. Is it culture? Is it opportunity? Or is it something that nobody really wants to talk about?
Steps laid out by the Almighty's hand. Feet firm, blessings buried in the sand. Trip, stumble, nah, he's got the plan. Turns my wrongs to rights like only he can. Order steps, my path divine. God reroutes when I cross the line. Mistakes he spins them for his shine. Glory around me, forever aligned.
Let's look at the numbers. According to the United States Census Bureau, about 61% of Nigerian Americans aged between 25 years plus and above hold at least a bachelor's degree. That is far above the United States national average of about 33%. Nigerian immigrants are more likely to have professional jobs, particularly in healthcare, tech, finance, and education. In cities like Houston, Dallas, and Atlanta, Nigerian families report higher than average household incomes. Meanwhile, black Americans who have lived in America for generations still face huge gaps in wealth, education, health, and even justice. Why? Why? It's different starting points but the same scheme. I think that's one of the whys. Different starting points, the same skin color. Black Americans are descendants of slaves. They didn't come here to America. They were brought to America brutally, forcibly, and without freedom. So for centuries, their identities were stripped, their families broken, and their communities deliberately underdeveloped. So when we talk about performance today, we must consider something. One, the trauma of slavery, systemic racism that still exists even till today. And policies like redlining and mass incarceration that have devastated the black wealth. Nigerians, on the other hand, come voluntarily. You see that? You come with passports, college admissions, or even job offers. So when they arrive with hope. When they arrive, they are not coming with historical wounds. They come with optimism. They come with hope. There is also the immigrant mentality versus the survival mentality. The black Americans is a survival mentality, for the Nigerian Americans is an immigrant mentality. Most Nigerians in the United States come from upper or middle class backgrounds back home. They are the children of professors, doctors, or even traders who have saved everything, for a visa and a better life in America. So their mindset is different. Their mindset is go abroad to succeed, bring pride to your family, and prove to the world that Nigerians are not fraudsters. Yeah, Nigerians are not fraudsters. Nigerians are brilliant people. Now, you compare that to a black American whose parents and grandparents were excluded from good schools, denied fair housing, and systematically criminalized. Ladies and gentlemen, the fight for survival leaves no room for optimism. That's the truth. That's the truth. There is also the power of Nigerian culture that plays in this whole system. In Nigeria, three things are sacred. One is education, the other is family reputation, and the third is respect for elders and hard work. Even a child in a poor village knows that book, like they would say in local parlance, book now weapon. You must go to school, and not just any school. You will strive to go to the best. This intense educational push means that Nigerians often arrive in America already determined to achieve, no matter what it takes. Yeah, no matter what it takes. This is not always the case with the American inner cities, where schools are underfunded, teachers are overwhelmed, and the street culture, often replaces the structure that they have there. So what role does the system play in all of this? It's not just the mindset, it's also the system. The United States immigration system is selective. Yeah, it is. Most Nigerians in America got there because they were skilled professionals, international students, take note, or they won lotteries. See that? So by default, they are a filtered class of high achievers. Meanwhile, black Americans have been shaped by generations of systemic disadvantage, bad schools, over-policing, and underemployment. Ladies and gentlemen, would you compare a marathon runner who started at the halfway mark to one who began with chains on their feet? That doesn't look fair. It doesn't look fair. When we talk about wealth, we shouldn't be talking about just wages, because wealth is not all about income. It's about what you keep and pass down. Nigerians often face, tough situations. So because of that, they learned how to save. So Nigerians often save communally. They invest back home and avoid excessive debt. They live together, reduce costs, and build fast, even sending money home to develop real estate. Black Americans, on the other hand, however, have been locked out of generational wealth in a place where they call home. No inheritance, high student loans, economic sabotage for decades. This altogether now creates a false appearance as if Nigerians are naturally richer, but that's not exactly true. Because of the circumstances that surround them. The truth is, many are just better positioned by the system that selected them and cultures that prepared them. Ladies and gentlemen, both the Nigerian immigrants and the black Americans have the same struggles, but different stories. It's the same struggle, but different stories. Let's be real. Racism hits all black people in America. Nigerian Americans also face discrimination at work, police brutality, visa barriers. But here's the difference. Whereas black Americans experience racism as a cycle, a cycle that they have seen and lived with for generations, Nigerians often see it as an obstacle that must be overcome and outsmarted. That's the difference. It's just the outlook. The difference is the outlook. And that difference in outlook is what affects how each group responds to the system. Yeah, whether you respond with protests or you respond with strategy. But neither is wrong. The black Americans want to respond with protests, but the Nigerians respond with strategy. We can learn from each other. This is my thought. This should not be a fight for the better black. Rather, it should be a call it should be a call to unite forces. Nigerians can learn from the struggles, pride, and resilience of the black Americans. Yeah. And black Americans can also adopt the resource pooling and global vision of the Nigerian community. Enough of the tyranny, enough of the infighting. Let's settle down to know that we're all blacks. Whether you're light-skinned, whether you're dark-skinned, whether you're gray-haired, whether you're kinky-haired, whether you're straight-haired, whatever, as long as you're not Caucasian, 100%, even if it's a drop of black in you, you're black. So are Nigerians really doing better in America? Yes, statistically they are. But behind the numbers are complex truths that must be told. Difference in histories, different wounds, and different kinds of hope. Instead of division, these truths should bring understanding. That's my thought. Because when the cops pull up, they don't ask for your ancestry DNA. No, all they see is black. And that means no matter where you're from, no matter who you think you are, your freedom is tied to that of your brothers. Ladies and gentlemen, it's now your turn. Do you think that African immigrants and black Americans can truly unite as one? Should more be done to bridge this cultural gap? Please drop your thoughts in the comment. Like this video if you learned something new from it, and subscribe for more bold, incisive, and honest breakdowns like this. Please share this also with a friend or someone who you know needs to hear these truths. Until next time, when I'll come to you again with another special edition, breaking down the truths like we do on Truth Nation TV. This is Oscar saying bye bye. I'll see you next time.
Steps laid out by the Almighty's hand. Feet firm, blessings buried in the sand. Trip, stumble, nah, he's got the plan. Turns my wrongs to rights like only he can. Order steps, my path divine. God reroutes when I cross the line. Mistakes, he spins them for his shine. Glory around me, forever aligned. Every detour leads to higher ground. Grace takes roots where losses are found. Enemies plot, they'll hear trumpets sound. God flips my flaws, his lessons profound. Redirect my faults to steps of gold. What's broken, mended stories retold. Humble the proud, the meek unfold. Through every flaw, his glory bold. Order steps, my path divine. God reroutes when I cross the line. Mistakes, he spins them for his shine. Glory around me, forever aligned. Order steps, my path divine. God reroutes when I cross the line. Mistakes, he spins them for his shine. Glory around me, forever aligned. It's the mark, but I'm back on track. God's my compass, no looking back. Turn my darkness into light attacks. Victory sealed, my soul intact. Order steps, my path divine. God reroutes when I cross the line. Mistakes, he spins them for to shine. Glory around me, forever aligned. I'm a victor, leads to higher ground. Faith takes roots where losses are found. Enemies block the hear trumpet sound. God flips my flaws, his lessons profound. Redirect my falls to steps of gold. What's broken's mended, stories retold. Humble the proud, the meek unfold. Through every flaw, his glory bold. Missed the mark, but I'm back on track. God's my compass, no looking back. Turn my darkness into light attacks. Victory sealed, my soul intact. Order steps, my path